Hello and welcome back to Swinging at Chins, normally a Premier League podcast, but for just a little bit longer, a World Cup podcast. I'm Rhett Conaway, and I'm joined, as always, by Aaron Slater. We are recording our second episode of the day because we want to get ready and get a head start on the World Cup finals. It is set. It is Argentina. It is France. It is going to be so much fun. How excited are you?
I'm super excited because I guessed this.
Yeah, you did predict it. I'm not even going to do the math anymore. I'm just going to celebrate that you beat me in the prediction score. I was leading barely coming out of the group stages, but my knockout side is trash.
I don't even know what it looks like anymore, but I can tell you I had this going forward. The only thing is if you got like a few more round of 16s than I did, because I did have a
really don't think I did. But besides, you got the finals right, and I think that's the most important one anyway.
I'm gonna get the actual one right too, the full prediction right too.
I mean, you had Brazil and Argentina in the semifinals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so did I. Not only did Brazil not make the semifinals, I know I had Croatia going out in the round of 16. And I had Brazil winning the semifinals. So that half of the bracket has got to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then you look at the other half of the bracket, I had England beating France.
Yes, you did.
So
also I had Portugal.
I did not have Morocco anywhere. I know you didn't either, but
Jesus.
I'm just saying. There's no way that I did a better job than you, which is what the point system's supposed to do. So even if the math somehow slightly works out in my favor, nah, it shouldn't, because that's bad. You won, I lost. I'm willing to say that. I'm not going to complain. You called this, and I did not. But it is Argentina. It is France. I believe Argentina is the home team, which makes me a little bit sad because I love France's blue unis. For those of you not paying attention, it's blue tops, white shorts, red socks. It's the France tricolor flag. It looks so good. It's gorgeous. I'm a flag guy. Argentina's blue and whites are very nice, though. I'm not really going to complain.
Did France lose at all in this tournament?
Yes. You forget.
What jersey
France
did they wear?
lost to Tunisia.
Oh, right. What jerseys did they wear?
Oh, we're not going to get into that.
Come on. Hold on. I'll find it.
We're not. All right.
You do your
France lost to Tunisia. It was that awful Griezmann no goal. Because he was offsides, except for he wasn't.
They were away, too. So there's a streak with this.
Oh, is that the only time they wore them?
No, they wore them against England, too.
True. Wait, did they really?
Yeah, they wore them against England.
Oh, yeah, they're black, aren't they?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're see now, guys, this has turned into a kit podcast.
Oops, not really.
A very badly prepared. No, they were their normals. They're dark blues against England.
Okay, well that actually makes sense. I mean,
they may be able to wear those against Argentina. It depends.
I don't think they're going to get away with that. It's too close.
Well, England was white tops with blue on the shoulders.
Yeah, but they were mainly white, not blue and white.
Don't take this away from me.
And they lost to Denmark in the Euros as an away team too. So book it. Argentina wins.
It comes down to what pants they wear?
I don't know.
France World Cup kits. Man, this thing is just off the rails.
That's okay. We haven't had one of these. This is expected. Leave it to me.
Yeah, all whites. All white top versus all blue top.
There you go.
Whites look pretty fresh. I bet they go with the blue. They can't go with – it's a darker blue. They can't go with the white.
Oh, fair. I forgot. Unless Argentina
isn't the home team.
And I don't know what their Argentina – I don't know.
I bet they do it. It's going to be a very blue World Cup final.
If I was blue, I'd be, something like that.
Sure.
Okay.
Listen, blue's my favorite color. I love it. You would never know it by the teams I support.
That's true.
See? And Argentina's others are purple.
Man, I want them to go with the purple. That'd be pretty dope.
They could do purple and white.
That'd be pretty dope.
Either way. We're not talking about kits. We're talking about the game on the pitch. Now, we already know that you think Argentina is going to win.
Yep.
So give me your reason why you think Argentina is going to win.
2 names. Sorry, 3. I take that back. It is going to be.
Can I guess?
Go for it, because
you're Messi, Julian Alvarez, and Emi Martinez.
Hey, get this guy a candy cane. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Messi hasn't had a great goalkeeper, and Emi Martinez is that man. I wouldn't say he's had terrible attacking options, but Julian Alvarez, I feel like, has been his best option.
Okay.
Most dynamic.
Higuain was a very good player. Higuain in tournaments was a very bad option.
He was a potato.
He missed sitters.
You could throw a mailbox.
America in World Cups. I'm pretty sure he missed an awful sitter against Germany in the World Cup finals in 2014.
Yeah, well, anyway,
great career, just not good in tournaments. He's like the opposite of Richarlison.
Yes.
All right, so here's my come back to that. Messi better than Mbappe? Yes. Messi's the GOAT. He showed it against Croatia, that second goal for Julian Alvarez. If you guys want to hear us talk about that in depth, we just did on our other podcast, not our other podcast, excuse me, on our reaction podcast. Yes.
I am a little concerned about Messi's hamstring, though. He was cited rubbing it before the second half and grabbing at it.
I saw that. We all got to see Messi's crotch as he rubbed his leg. He played fantastically. He didn't come off.
Crotch of all time.
He didn't come off. I'm not worried about it. Anyway, Messi better than Mbappe, sure. Julian Alvarez better than Giroud. If you needed a goal in the last 10 minutes,
I would say equal parts.
Okay, well, one of them's the top all-time goal scorer for France, and the other one's Julian Alvarez.
Just getting started for Argentina.
So I don't know about that. And Hugo Lloris versus Emi Martinez.
Also a tie.
No homerism going on here, folks. No homerism going on here. Emi Martinez won an FA Cup for Arsenal. Yep. Hugo Lloris plays for the team that will not be named. And I still think that Hugo Lloris is just this much better.
Yeah,
he proved it in the Moroccan game we just watched. I believe your words were he stood on his head.
Correct. I did say those words. Those definitely came out of my mouth. And that's what he'll have to do again in order to beat this Argentinian team.
Listen, I'm not saying that France is definitely going to win. I think if Argentina wins, it's because, and we talked about this as well, they're getting better each match. They've won ugly. Now they're starting to win really well.
Yeah.
They look like a team on fire. Croatia is not a cakewalk for anybody.
No.
And they just beat them 3-0. I think they're quick with their feet. It leads to a lot of fouls. Yep. Sometimes those fouls happen in the box. You know, you would ask me a question right before we started recording. Teo Hernandez gives up a penalty. Probably. You know. That being said, this French team has been so good all tournament.
They're a clean team.
They had one loss. It was against Tunisia. It shouldn't have been a loss.
No. At bare minimum, a draw.
Yeah, I mean, by the letter of the law, a draw. But offsides doesn't mean what we thought it meant. Mbappe is playing out of his mind. Giroud knows how to score everything.
Yep.
I have no idea what's going to happen. My only fear is that it's going to be goalless. I do not want a goalless World Cup.
That doesn't win for anybody.
it was a lot of fun in 2014 with the back and forth, but I want a close match and I want to see goals. I want to see a Leo Messi free kick. I want to see Mbappe burn someone on the outside. I want to see Giroud with one of his magical headers. I want to see Julian Alvarez just run rampant like he did against Croatia.
Dear Santa, or whatever you believe in.
Honestly, Dominic the Christmas donkey, I don't care. Let's have something amazing happen. And I think we will. I mean, these two teams are fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I don't know. Looking ahead,
this matches up really well. This matches up really well. I mean, both their midfielders. Midfield is good. Their attacking is really good. Their defense is no pushover. Obviously,
well, of those teams. Adrian Rabiot had to miss the Moroccan match. Apparently, he's so sick he's in bed. They are kind of quarantining him because they don't want to give whatever he has to the rest of the team. If he goes 4 days without training, he's not playing in the final anyway.
No.
Even if he's healthy. However, Youssouf Fofana kind of just made that a moot point. No, this is a French team that hasn't gone to their bench like at all. So one of the arguments that can be made against them is you got a bunch of guys on your bench who are not getting minutes. They're going to be rusty. They're not going to be meshed well with the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then Youssouf Fofana comes in, has a very good match against Morocco, covering for Rabiot. I think Rabiot is a better player, but that's pretty damn close to like for like.
Yeah. I still think most of these players are class, so it's not really like they're here because they're class. So I don't think the whole because they haven't played is a reason. I think that it'll be okay if these players come on, if need be, in critical situations, or if somebody's injured or somebody has a tummy issue and needs to start. I think they'll be okay, because they also started. Who was it that they started? Conte instead of. Nope, not trying that. Sorry, guys.
Upa, you mean Upa?
Upa, yeah.
Upa Meccano?
Yeah.
I know how to say his name because he's been linked with Arsenal for like 15 years.
Since he's been a wee child.
Yeah, seriously, it seems like it. Now it's Konate. They did not start Conte because Conte's at home with a hamstring injury, I think. Which is one of the things. I mean, Matteo Guendouzi's on this French squad.
I don't think he's that good. But
I don't think he's that good either. But that was kind of who they had left, which is one of the reasons why going into this, a lot of people thought, oh, no, this French team isn't going to be any good. Yeah, they are. We missed hard with that. This French team is very good.
No, stop it. Don't roll me into that. I have them going to the finals. I didn't miss anything.
I'm going to find some tape. You being down on France. Anyway, one thing I do think is interesting. We brought this up in our review podcast as well. France and Argentina are both coming off matches where they had exactly 39% of possession.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to have the ball.
No. The other 14 or the other 23% will be contested and contested.
Maybe. I think it's going to be Argentina. I think they're going to control the ball better.
I don't think France really wants to control the ball. Like in the England match, it also was a low percentage. It seemed like, or like maybe it wasn't, but it felt that way, kind of deal. And I just don't think that France wants to have the ball, and they want to counter instead of hold possession to it. They don't want the people to mess up. What was the
43 and 43%? And I agree with you. I do think that a lot of it is they're not a slow build up out of the back.
No,
I think they play exactly the way Antonio Conte wants his teams to play. They just have the guys to do it.
Yeah, I like obviously having Mbappe really helps and having his speed.
Mbappe
And
on the left, Griezmann through the middle, Giroud, who controls his space. We talked about him a lot
yep,
on this podcast. He controls space almost better than anybody, and he always gets his head on the ball,
yep,
and he always gets it on goal. All those
yeah,
things lead to chaos because one of those guys gets missed, or he's making a run and now he gets too many guys to draw towards him.
hmm
Someone else gets free. They're
yep.
always looking for open space. That's the other thing with this French team. And I know we brought it up after the England match. France is always looking for open space.
Yeah.
And that's where they're really dangerous. On the
mean,
flip side, Messi's messy.
Messi is Messi. I mean, look at what he did to Grivaldi.
Gavardiol, yeah.
Grivardiol. God darn it.
It's okay. You can go back to the names you know real soon.
Fans, we won't get this right. We as in me and the mouse in my pocket.
I was about to say, now who's wrapping who up in?
The mouse that's in my pocket.
No, it's I mean, I'm at a struggle for words. I don't know. I have no idea.
This game, if I had to make a score prediction right at this moment, somebody gun to my head, Argentina wins 1-0.
3-2 France. That's what my head says. My heart says Argentina because Messi finally going to get one.
Yeah.
But my head says 3-2 France. I think France just has too many ways to score.
I know I just praised France's bench and all that. I just don't think it's a better bench than Argentina. I think Argentina has a better quality.
Huh? They also don't use their bench.
I said that really wasn't a problem, though, personally.
No, it's not. But if we're going to get into the bench game, Argentina automatically gets the better one because France doesn't really use their bench for anything.
I mean, I think they just have their best 11 already out there. And I mean, if I was to maybe make a difference and change, it would be Camavinga. That would really be the only different player, or Kingsley Coman. And that's it.
Yeah, I like to see more Kingsley Coman.
Yeah.
I think Argentina has a little bit of a advantage where if they need a goal or if legs get tired, Julian Alvarez comes out for Lautaro Martinez. If something happens and they lose a center back, Lisandro Martinez gets put on.
Exactly.
Those are all – they have better holes, but France has proven for 6 matches so far that they don't care about the holes. They make their own holes.
So if you're Argentina, what kind of formation would you come out?
I would do what they did against Croatia, which was a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
I would adjust as need be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised as the game goes on if they start committing a couple more guys forward.
Yep.
But let's see what Julian Alvarez and Messi can do up top.
See, I'm okay with the 2 strikers up top. I would actually do something like a what they did against the Netherlands, a 3-5-2. And really try to expand. What I had noticed for that Morocco game is that it seemed like France was very much in the effort of closing down the middle of the field. And that may have just been game script. But a lot of action seemed to happen down the wings. So if I was Argentina, I would want to go out and expose their kind of threat, because they are a threat on the wings like that.
My counter argument to that is what happened the second half against the Netherlands.
Well, that is where you say, or I say, you learn from your mistakes.
But now you have to be up.
Yeah,
They
but
let
now,
those 2 late goals, and it only worked out for them because they had already scored 2. So now you're saying I'm going to be up, and then I'm going to sub out some midfielders for defensive guys, and now that's going to make France start committing guys forward.
see, I see what you're saying, but the players like Acuna and Molina are already kind of that wing back kind of style.
Yeah, and they're who played the wing backs, but they both had to come off. Acuna came off in the 78th minute. Molina came off. I mean, you're talking about legs. You're talking about guys being tired.
When did Molina come off? Oh, he came off in the later. I think Molina was actually really good as far as that wing back position. All I'm saying is if I was Argentina, I would like I understand it seems like an attacking style play because of the 5 midfielders and the 3 defensive players, but you're going to have the wing backs come back and help as well, which is what Morocco tried to do. They played 5 in the back. And I'm not saying that Argentina and Morocco are the same teams structural wise or even play up to that level, but I just think that having the ability to have 2 extra players or an extra center back to help you defend Mbappe, Giroud, Dembele is more beneficial than having a flat 4, flat 2.
Well, they don't necessarily have to play flat. My
Yeah,
issue
sure.
is if we're committing Molina and Acuna further up the pitch, and it's even harder to try to keep up with a sprinting Mbappe or a sprinting Dembele. I would rather start 4-4-2 and then transition forward as the game allows than be caught out early in a 3-5-2 and have to come back. I understand your point. It very well may be how Scaloni sets up.
I don't know if I would start Acuna, to be honest. Has he been starting him at a right back position, or have they? What was the last game was doesn't matter because he was red carded, and it was Tagliafico.
We look at the Australia match.
Yeah, sure. Go as far as back.
He was left back ish.
Okay. So I don't know. I guess if it's been working, it works. I personally would start Tagliafico.
4-3-3 against Australia. So they've had 3 different formations in the last 3 matches.
Yep. And I guess realistically, the last formation worked the best. So maybe I don't know. I'll roll with what you got.
Well, the last formation worked the best against the team they had. You got to play the team.
Yeah.
Which is why I still think more guys in the back. I would
That's why I was thinking an extra center back.
I would rather Messi have to come up with magic than Acuna have to come up with magic.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, what has France been rolling with? Have they just been doing their
It was a 4-2-3-1. The superior formation.
That's what they've been doing this whole time. Okay. So that's not going to change at all.
Yeah, that's really more of a 4-1-2-3, especially in attack. With Tuchemene kind of becoming a 6.
Yeah,
also moving forward and becoming an 8. Griezmann's definitely playing in more of a 10 spot.
Which he's been really good at.
Yeah, so I guess then it's a 4-1-2-2-1. But even then, it's not. That's the other thing I like about this French team. They're very dynamic. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Harry Kane, and he comes back and is a facilitator, is a deep line number 9, and yeah, that's fantastic. But also, when Griezmann can already be that guy and the guy ahead of him is Giroud, that makes for more goals.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing this whole tournament.
So
They've definitely been leaning on Griezmann being that facilitator, being that guy to sit in the pockets, find the open space, turn, and pass.
it's like
Or
the
make that darting run into a channel.
Thomas Mueller space interpreter type of player.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of gave predictions and we talked about it for a little bit. I want an actual prediction out of you. How do you think this match is going to go?
Messi hits a PK 1-0. No, all right, fine.
Oof. No, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to it. That was right off the cuff. That hurts. I would almost prefer 0-0. You know,
I mean,
like,
we've already come to the conclusion that Teo Hernandez is going to foul in the box. So that the 1-0 PK kind of makes sense to me in my head.
there's a good shot. But it's kind of like the England match. Like, yeah, Kane missed that penalty. Probably call him Payne now. But Kane missed that penalty. And all I'm thinking is, if they get this to pens and win on pens, what a cheesy fucking way to win a match. Tchouaméni had that amazing goal from like 30 yards out. Giroud had the header, and then, 2 penalties for us, and then we beat you in pens. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they didn't, because that hurts. I know most English people would win no matter what the cost, and who cares, but
yeah.
All right, so 1-0. Hernandez takes someone down in the box. Messi gets it. I'm going to hold 3-2.
Yeah.
I agree with you on the Messi pen. I think Mbappe, Griezmann, and Giroud all score. I think Julian Alvarez gets one as well. I think Giroud's going to get another header. Griezmann's going to come in and clean up a rebound. And I think Mbappe just has one of his just gorgeous runs. And that's it.
He's been without that for a while.
He's had some good shots. I mean, he's had some good runs.
Yes.
But yeah, he hasn't just put it away in a little bit. Yeah, and that's my head. My heart is 2-0 Argentina. Messi with a brace, and they find a way to just clamp down Mbappe.
I think the only reason I went with that 1-0 prediction is just because a lot of teams like to fill each other out, especially if it, takes a half to figure it out. Would it be nice for them to have a goal at that before the halftime? Yes. But it never really seems to be like that, where it's the chess match style. We move a pawn, you move a pawn, you move a pawn, we move a pawn, we move a horse, you move a horse. That kind of style.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this penalty actually doesn't happen till in the second half.
I mean, I agree. I agree with that. All right. Any other predictions for us?
No.
All right. So this has been a Swinging at Shins podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. That stuff really helps us out. We are also on Spotify and Apple Music. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. For as long as TikTok remains a thing in America. So who knows about that? We are under the umbrella of Wicked Good Sports. Wicked Good Sports is on all the places that I just mentioned. They have a great channel. They cover a bunch of different sports. Aaron and I have our own shows on there. All the descriptions for that, all the links for that are in the description below. Excuse me. And apart from that, if you were in the capital region, check out Wolf's Beer Garden. The Albany Gooners meet there. But they show every Premier League match. They show a bunch of Serie A, a bunch of La Liga, a bunch of Bundesliga. It's where the Albany Outlaws meet. It's a great place. If you are still listening, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be at Wolf's Beer Garden it's going to be before 10 a.m. if we want to get inside, especially if we're going to get our usual spot.
Yeah.
So we will be at Wolf's Beer Garden for the final on Sunday. Hope to see you there. Aaron, you have a good one.
Thanks, you too, Rhett, and listeners.
One. Hey, thanks for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, we have more clips on Wicked Good Sports, so please hang around. We have all kinds of soccer coverage as well as our main podcast, Swinging at Chins. You can find links to all of it in the description down below. Thank you.